Who do you like
Right.
more? Like as in India, as a rapper, who do you like?
Who do I like? Oh, hell yeah,
Skill
Divine,
wise,
man.
flow wise, divine.
Divine, any day Divine, man. Any day Divine. Because, this guy's, listen, this guy is chilled out. He's like 50 Cent.
Mm,
Goes in the mic, does his thing, doesn't shout and stuff. And on the contrary, Eminem is absolutely like Eminem. You know,
mm,
he's shouting and he's not on the wordsmithing. Okay, not on the wordsmithing. He's not
mm,
good at wordsmithing.
mm.
He's just saying some random stuff which is okay, but he's
Yeah.
not Eminem.
Mm,
On the wordsmithing, he's not good. But then he has expressions like Eminem.
mm.
And then you have so a lot of people, man, a lot of people doing their
What
own thing, and
resonates with you more, the story or the cadence and flow?
I think it has to be cadence and flow, man.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And if you have cadence and flow, then you get the right lyrics. Oh my god, that's like a bouquet, like a beautiful bouquet, you know.
Mm,
Like so, a lot of people doing their own thing, and um, you know, but then these boys, I'm taking their name not because they're on the top.
mm,
I'm taking their name because I know they were really low.
mm.
They started from the bottom, like they're not a
Yeah.
joke, and then their fate is so good that they were at the right place, right time, right. They made it in a gully,
Mm, mm, mm.
right?
So yeah, let's start with it, bro. Since we have started the recording already,
Mhm.
let's start with the show. What's it?
Oh yeah, let's do this.
Mhm.
Let's do this.
So, Maddie, I remember you from the elevates time. I used to be in school back then. I used to see
Mhm.
you on stage there. Hey, or hey, what's up, Janta and all. So, how did
I
that
never
start
said
for
that.
you?
Okay, so first, let me just correct you.
Yeah.
This was the first thing when they told me that it's not elevates, it's elevate before
Oh,
going on the mic.
oh,
The second rule which they told me, which was by the general manager, that you cannot speak in Hindi. There's
oh,
nothing you can speak in Hindi.
oh.
So when
Okay.
I started, I was selected because I was rapping in English. Okay.
Mm,
Then
okay.
the shit got modified and got into different directions. CT to mar do this and that and ugly
Hmm.
part of the
Hmm.
whole thing,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah, yeah.
And then so I never used to speak in Hindi in Elevate. Every time I did my thing, I had to be in English.
Yeah.
That was the rule. And they
Okay.
will
You would never
they
expect
would,
that thing from a club in Noida, you know.
bro. The point is, it was never Noida for Elevate. It was Elevate. It was a
Yeah.
different city in all. So it
Mm.
had three floors in it.
Mm-hmm.
Inside there were three floors. There was first floor, like the base, like the place where everybody is dancing. Then the
Mm.
mezz then the Maharaja Lounge. Maharaja Lounge was for people like Shah Rukh Khan and everybody, Arjun Rampal, and everybody used to come over there,
Mm.
right?
Mm.
So
Mm.
I used to meet them, and celebrities used to be over there. Mahesh
Yeah.
Bhatt and people, everybody. And then there was terrace. Like terrace was different. उस पे
Hmm.
3,000 लोग अलग नाच रहे हैं पूरे क्लब के अंदर 3,000 लोग अलग हैं. So crazy, it was 32nd best in the world and number one in Asia.
Yeah.
And you can't believe this. Like, imagine at this point of time. I mean,
Mm.
imagine I'm crossing the toll road and the first LCD, the first
Mm.
digital LCD had my poster on it. Do you understand? So,
Mm.
so if somebody comes up and says to me that when will you be back like that, I will say, boss, I was already there. I have to get back to that particular thing, right?
Mm.
But
Mm.
then times change, things change. So these are the things, and yeah,
So
man,
yeah, I
long
want to
time.
ask you, how did that start? Like, how did you approach Elevate? Did they approach you, or like how did the
Oh,
music start for you in general?
okay, I'm gonna give you like a proper thing. So we
Yeah.
did not have cell phones at that point of time, especially at
I'm
good
sorry,
cell
you did
phones
not.
came
Acha,
really
cell
later.
phones. Cell phones you
Yeah,
did.
good cell phones came really later.
Yeah. Yeah.
But then they had recorders in it. So I
Mm.
applied my brain as per I'm an aeronautical engineer or science student. So I applied my brain. Okay, इस phone से मैं record करूँगा. इस phone पे beat बजेगी. इस phone पे so बिल्कुल hardware shit. बिल्कुल hardware shit. यार
Mm.
इस phone
Mm.
पे मैं music चला लेता हूँ. इस phone पे
Mm.
मैं record करूँगा. And somehow it will sound like, and then I will kind of make something out of
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
And I had no idea about this Nexus and Fruity Loop or whatever. No idea about it. Right?
Hmm.
Just got
Hmm.
the
Hmm.
beat and tried to do it.
Yeah.
So I recorded first song, which was called Yad, okay? And it went crazy, berserkly mad, and Honey Singh is listening to it, and Badshah is listening to it, and I just kept it out there so that people could listen it. And it was on phone, bro. मतलब इतने छोटे phone पे कि आप क्या ही सुन पाओगे. But then vocal quality was there.
Yeah.
So people got to know the idea कि boss, this guy can do it if is required. Okay? So self-taught, self-trained, self-thing. Okay.
Yeah.
Now I got chances to perform at clubs, and I'm going. And one of my friend was like, "यार तू गाड़ी में ये beat के ऊपर करता है. Would you want to do it in a club?" I said, "Why not? If you pay me for it." And then he said, "I can give you $500." I said, "I don't mind for that."
Per gig.
So yeah. So first, and it was just friendly thing. It just was friendly thing. My friend gave me 500. Yeah, my friend gave me 500 rupees for just like doing something which I was on anyway doing in the car. So I was like, okay, fine. So we went to this club called Wet Fire. Okay. And I started doing it, and then people liked it over there, and then went to another club, then RPM Rajodi, RPM Vasant Vihar, RPM so and so, and all the chains of RPM, then, other clubs, and then Elevate, And then somebody found me over there and said, "Boss, listen, why don't you work for us?" I said, "Work for you." Okay, so this was this guy he's a great DJ. He plays in headlines in Dubai now. His name is DJ Need. He's one of my mentor. I call him my mentor because he was the one who was guiding me through that thing.
Yeah.
So he said, "Boss, listen, I work at this best club in India. Why don't you come and do your thing?" So I went over there, and being an 18 years old guy, I'm very scared कि क्या होगा यार, club है भाई, entry. And this is not some small club. This is like a legit club, 25 and above.
Of course, yeah.
Like a full-fledged nightclub, and huge, like huge. So I'm calling this guy. This guy's on console. I reached late, because it's nighttime. I've never traveled in night for such a far distance. And I'm there, and I'm in the basement. I'm like hoping this guy comes up, and DJ Suketu is playing. And Neil is playing, and I'm like, आज तो हो गया कट्टा भाई, कोई उठाएगा नहीं फोन. Anyway, as I'm about to move my car, तो एकदम से फोन आता है कि bro, where are you? I'm like, मैं नीचे हूँ भाई. तो बोला तू ऊपर आना. अब मुझे घंटा नहीं पता था कहाँ जाना है भाई. तो और जाता भी तो कहाँ ढूंढता, मेरे को शक्ल भी नहीं पता इस बंदे की. तो मैं ऊपर गया, and then he's like, get on the mic and do whatever you did on that day.
Yeah.
So I go over on the stage and I'm like, "Hey, ladies and gentlemen, what's up? This is rapper Maddy with full power, right? This is rapper Maddy. It's okay to and DJ Needle. Anyway, if you want to listen to some really great music, put your hands up in the air." And everyone went berserk. Berserk. And imagine like this thing, couple of days back, there's this club called Monkey House, and one of my friend works over there called Anuj. And he said, when you get on the mic and when 10 different other guys get on the mic, it's a huge difference. The way you carry it, the way you speak on the mic is way different. I love what you do. I said, then we should definitely work in the future. This was pretty rude for him. Yeah. But then, this is what I'm saying. And, people came up and, started with, becoming rappers and stuff like that, writing their own content and talking about that. That came really. There were Karma and Granville and people who used to do hip-hop parties from way before than me. I met them. I saw what they were doing and I learned from them.
Was this before the Elevate happened?
Oh yeah, hell yeah. They were doing this from way before.
No, I'm asking you, like, did you know about the scenes before you entered Elevate, or?
Oh no. I was not knowing anything about it. I used to dance, I used to rap. And me and Raftar used to be dance competitors, and Raftar used to teach, and me, Sahil Aneja, and Raftar, we had dance battles at places. Matlab, imagine the time people were not knowing dance battles and we were dance battling with each other.
Yeah.
You understand? So the concept is not new, So this goes out to everybody who is in the market and right now enjoying the fame in hip hop, that there were people way before than you and way before than me and way before than people who were doing that, So when I'm talking about DJ Karma and Granville, I'm talking about people before them also, Sherry and all these people. I got to know these names from other people. And then, there was this guy, Samir Dada, which was the son of legendary man. Yeah. And he used to rap, bro, real thing.
He had a tattoo of 786 on his forehead.
Yes. People have different things. Some people say it was Allah. Some people say 786. Some people everybody has a different perception. But then, bro, this guy used to rap. And not joking, he was good. He was really good, and he got money at that point of time, right? Um, so I think where my thing got started was when I was in Elevate. तो उस time पे ना Facebook पे promotion नहीं होती थी. तो जो promotion होती थी वो posters या messages के through, like normal messages. And then these people used to send messages to a lot of people in India, like mass messaging. उस time पे bulk messaging ही थी.
Yeah.
There was no WhatsApp, no nothing, only Orkut and stuff. So they used to write DJ Saturday night.
Which year was this? This was 2007-ish.
Man, I don't know. Like really long time back.
Yeah,
really
yeah,
long time.
yeah.
I'm talking about.
Remember when
Orkut.
you were 18?
Remember the time when Orkut was going off and Facebook was taking over. Okay.
Oh, 2007-8. Yeah. Same time.
So almost I'm like there, and I'm so they used to do messages, bulk messaging, and everybody's getting message like DJ Neil, DJ Pratik, and rapper Maddy. So people used to write DJ Maddy, and I was like, I'm not DJ Maddy, I rap. I'm not DJing here. Okay, you should write rapper Maddy. So that's how the thing started. I never kept my name rapper Maddy. So all the great people who sleep with their mothers, I really want to tell them, boss, listen, I did not keep it. This is how it happened. Some things happen just the way they happen, and you can't do anything about it. And it was so spoon-feedable, rapper and Maddy. That means he's a rapper, period. So I didn't get the time to, go and, do research. Oh, I will call myself versatile, or I will call myself, nigger from the block or something like that. No, I didn't get the time to do that.
Yeah.
It was happening really fast. And then one day, All India Radio invited me, that would you want to give an interview? I said, why not, And then I'm there, and I am the first rapper to appear on All India Radio. I have a draft, which I will send it to you later on if you want to put it on the video. So they gave me 250 rupees ka draft that you were the first rapper to appear on All India Radio.
That's so cool, bro.
Which even Honey Singh doesn't have. If he has it, I do not know about it. But this is the oldest date on paper, written by All India Radio, verified by Indian government. He was this person was there. Right? So I did this, and then a lot of more things. But then I was new to all this, so I was not collecting everything in the right way. I was not.
Yeah, you were pretty young also back then. You were 18 or 19.
Yeah. And there was nobody to promote you. You understand?
Sorry. Yeah.
There was nobody to promote you. People who come up from Delhi and are from Delhi and know a little bit about this profession, they know कि यार ऐसे लोग हैं जो आपको प्रमोट करेंगे और जगह लेके जाएंगे ऐसे करके. अपने को कुछ आता ही नहीं था, पता ही नहीं था यार अपन का तो कोई सीख नहीं रहा था ना.
Yeah.
We were just getting it. And then at the same point of time, I was fighting with my dad about it कि यार ये मुझे करना है, and he was like, no, ये नहीं करना है, and blah blah blah. And plus you got haters at the starting because you're getting such great opportunities. And then there were people who were not trying to take you above and stuff. They were like, he's going really fast, and they did not. So probably I'm one of those examples where you'll be like, oh shit, you need to have security around you. Like, not just a mental security. Like you need to have security around you. Like if you want to become an artist, you freaking need right people, man. That's about it.
Of course.
And some people cannot find it for their life. But the people who are making it right now big, who are like Divine and Emi Vemanta, they've got right people with it. Period. Even if I say, even if I say this, which is not right, that these people are not talented, even then they have the right people with them. So even if they're not talented and there are way more better talented people than them, even then they are more powerful because they have the right people.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So at my time, the scene was this, that Raftar and Ikta are doing their own thing. Badshah is there. Badshah used to live around my place, and he used to live in West Enclave. And this is what I've heard, okay? And then, everybody was doing their own thing and everybody was trying to make it big.
Yeah.
So this was the scene. And before me, there were, we used to go to these parties where Karma and Granville used to play. And, at long time back,
Karma I've heard, but I don't know about Granville. This is
Karma
the name I've heard.
is the guy. If you have ever heard the voice Yo-Yo Honey sing, if you keenly listen to that particular voice, you will realize that particular voice has been said by somebody who is a pretty northeastern guy. Here
Yeah,
time
yeah, I know
again.
Karma personally. Like I have met him in house parties, and yeah, I've
And
met him.
he's super cool, man. He's
Yeah,
super
yeah,
cool.
yeah.
I was impressed when the day I saw him. And then we had a rap battle at Decibel. So that's
Oh,
how Karma got to know me. I
uh-huh,
was having a rap battle with Karma, and people could not believe this.
uh-huh.
That Karma is like the king at that point of time, and I'm, battling with him and doing my thing. And
Mm.
and he loved it.
Yeah.
And they started inviting me to the next parties, and they offered me, would you organize with us? Would you call your people and blah blah blah? And then
Mm.
I'm getting in this scene, trying to understand what's happening, how it works, like what's the function. So I'm
Mm.
getting introduced to some kind of nightlife, and yeah, and I was like, okay, this is how it is done. And then I used to get the
Reacher.
chance to perform.
Yeah, yeah.
Cutting back to, I joined Elevate in the
Hmm.
meantime,
Hmm.
and then I'm at the
Full
top
time?
notch.
Like, did you join them like officially, and you used to perform over there
Yeah,
regular?
officially proper. I
Hmm.
have like a
Hmm.
letter with them.
No,
Like,
not like a letter and all. I'm just asking, like, do you used to go over there Monday to Sunday types, like a resident?
no. It used to work for 8 days only. The people who used to perform in day, they were not even counted. They was ऐसे ही कि दे दिए
Hmm.
बस जगह. Only
Hmm.
8 days के लिए वो 8 days के लिए operate होता था वो Friday Saturday every Friday Saturday.
Hmm.
There was no other day unless and until there's a private party.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hmm.
Okay? So that's about it. And then I'm back at the top notch club and seeing people. And I remember I used to have Maruti 800 at that point of time.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm parking it in the place where there is one Rolls Royce at the right and one Lamborghini. And
Of course.
this is the time when you don't see these cars
I
at all.
can feel
Like
you,
at
bro.
all. Like at all. You don't see these cars at all. You see them and I'm like, I still remember that was my first picture. And then we had my friend, like my mentor, DJ Neil, used to have a phone called N95. Right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Very
yeah, the
picture.
side slider phone.
Ultimate big bad picture quality. He clicked a picture out of it, and the picture was such a great picture that I was like, "Arey yaar, isse badhiya Nikes the." So yeah, that's how I went to that place, and then the scene of Bohemia started, and everybody was there, and he's come in, and the first time he landed in India, I was the one who opened for him, and Jay Hind was there, I was there, and a couple of more people were there.
Bohemia has been an inspiration for a lot of people. I was talking to this friend of mine in the last podcast. So he's an artist manager now. So he's working with some big ass artists. So he was telling me, dude, I got introduced to music, like local music, because of Bohemia only. Like before that, it always used to be Bollywood. So he never got interested into Hindi film music. But when Bohemia came, I'm like, dude, yeah, man, like Sahara and all of these songs came with the TV. I'm like, dude,
I think to that I will also add one more thing. It was not like there was no music. Okay, there were a lot of people doing it. But then the thing is like na sahi time pe sahi jagah pe sahi maar jo kar dena wahi banta hai. You understand? Like for example, if you see Divine, what's the song? Teri gali 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 mein, something like that, right? Yeah. And then this Gully Boy song goes so big, right? Right people, right time, right shot, and rightly gone out.
of course.
Do you understand? If you want to do justice to a song, you have to put big powers to it. That's about it. People think यार वीडियो बना लेते हैं, लेबल को दे देंगे, हो जाएगा. नहीं.
More than an artist, I feel it's the job of a talent manager as well. Bro,
hell yeah.
If you see someone, you have the resources, just fucking put it to use.
You're a little you're getting my point, because in the start I said you need to have the right people. So it's just not the talent manager, it's the aggregator, it's the moderator, it's the talent manager, it's the artist manager, it's the tour manager.
Yeah.
If you get 3 to 4 people like this, bro, there's nobody who can stop you. And this goes out to everybody who's a new artist and listening to me right now. You can get an aggregator, you can get a talent manager, you can get everybody, but you need to make them work for you, right? How you make them do it, out of your talent, out of your money, or whatever, that's your call, So you need to have these people if you want to make it big.
Yeah. Like from the point of view of a talent manager, I'm saying if the sound of that artist resonates with you, just take it somewhere, dude. If you have the resources, just.
But then यार प्रॉब्लम ये है ना, इंडिया में कोई एमिनेम बन नहीं सकता, क्योंकि कोई रेडियो स्टेशन आपको मौका देगा ही नहीं, और देगा भी तो वो कहेगा कि यार ऐसा गाना बनाओ कि यार बिल्कुल ही बेतुका और वाहियात.
ऐसे नहीं, जैसे कॉलेज में आप आर्टिस्ट हो, आपका जो दोस्त है, he knows how business works, कि how to sell stuff. So your friend can be your manager and can talk to clubs for you for your gigs.
Nobody wants to do it, no bro. इंडिया में मैनेजर का मतलब ये नहीं, हायर क्वालिटी नहीं होता ना इंडिया में मैनेजर का मतलब. इंडिया की तो प्रॉब्लम ये है ना कि मैं इसका मैनेजर कैसे हो सकता हूँ. ये कितने talented हो, पर मैं इसका manager कैसे हो सकता हूँ? तो यहाँ पे ego things भी बहुत सारा है यार, चीजें बहुत अलग अलग हैं, हर एक का अलग अलग सीन है, और हर एक को यहाँ पे
आप
अपने को बड़ा कर,
आप अभी टेक्नो में जाओगे ना, मतलब आप टेक्नो गिग्स में कभी देखोगे जब
यार
ये
मैंने अभी, आप टेक्नो
17
की बात कर रहा है, मैंने अभी सैंडी का वो पोस्ट देखा था. I used to be very closely connected to DJs all over Delhi, right? From Mash to everybody. I performed for Above and Beyond. I performed with Armin Van Buren. I've opened the stage for him. What are you talking about?
नहीं,
A
not
guy
that.
like me, a
I'm
guy
saying
like
कि
me, a guy like me who has performed with 200 international artists is not getting a stage at Sunburn to announce. Is like the biggest shit you can possibly hear from your ears. With that amount of people I have opened the stage for, you should get me the first, right? But the problem is nobody is reading the profiles.
How do you like the music, let's say? Techno music, this 4x4
I love
sort of.
techno. Techno is one of my vibe, man. Techno and jazz are like my favorite things. So I love. But then as a musician, I love everything, bro. Not hating it. Some cringy music, teri pyari pyari do akya, I don't like that, obviously. But then it has to be some really good compositions to attract me, or like I personally like jazz music. And
who do you like in jazz? Like, do you like guys from Delhi? Steve Martin. Steve Martin?
Oh, Abhay is very good. Abhay Sharma. Abhay Sharma plays saxophone. He's a really, really good guy. And it's good. He's super good. He performs with his band at a place called Piano Man Jazz Club, something like that. And super cool guy. He used to, he has worked on a song with me, which never came out for some reason. But then, super cool guy again. I met his father also. And he's performed with the Shankar Ehsaan Loy and other people also. But then, great musician. Great. And then there's another guy who is Nishan Mudgal. Amazing again. You know, he's on my Facebook.
I guess I've heard his name somewhere.
He's good. He's super good. So that there are good artists, definitely, man. But then, you know, I think these good artists are just there. You know, they're not finding the right people. And you know, even they should, like, everybody thinks like, मैं क्यों जाऊँ, मैं क्यों बात करूँ. Everybody's like that, you know. So. And I think आज की डेट में जितने जो ज़्यादा अच्छे हैं ना अपने काम में, उनको काम नहीं मिल रहा. जो नहीं अच्छे हैं उनको काम मिल रहा है बहुत. Right? क्योंकि you know, I think I don't know, man. This is the truth, but then this is how it is. If you're really good at your, people are not going to contact you. I'm like, what the fuck? And you know, maybe it's just because of that this guy is going to charge high. People are okay with anything right now. You know? Maybe this is my perception. It could be absolutely wrong. So. Yeah, man.
Coming from the business point of view towards music, if you are an artist and like, you know, if you can reach out to people, it actually sorts out the money that I put on an artist as an organizer, as a venue owner. So if you have some following, I can book you, like not me, but the venue owner. If he's paying you say 15K, 20K per gig, so अगर आपके लोग आते हैं तो it sorts out his money also.
So I don't want to get into that only, no. I don't want to get
coming back to this management वाली जो हम बात कर रहे थे, तो 16-17 साल के टेक्नो डीजे आए हैं, and this was my friend's party only. So he came up to the guy, he said कि bro अपना थोड़ा ये सामान साइड कर लो, I'm going to play after you. तो वो कहता है कि bro please talk to my manager about it. अब like bro तो सीधा अपना सामान हटाना यार, उसको प्ले करना है, तेरे 17 साल का बच्चा, like bro तेरा मैनेजर है.
I don't understand. This is what the problem is. People don't understand what is manager's job, right? And just because of that, and you know, I think the whole concept is really bad, you know, in India, and people don't take it very happily over here. Okay. First of all, being a manager is not a bad thing, or assisting somebody is not a bad thing. First
of course. Yeah.
Second, and people forget that people think यार मेरा manager है इसलिए मैं बड़ा artist हूँ. No, that's not true.
Yeah,
that's not true. If you're shit, you're shit. Even if you have a manager.
Of course.
Like, yeah, you know, if you're shit, you're shit. As simple as that. But then, you know, I saw a couple of people who were really hard hitting and hard sellers, and they were managers, and they made their artists big. Okay, so I understand. But then 99% of people like me are with no managers, and I had a manager, didn't work out well for me. Because you know, by patience nahi hai na yaar apne paas. Patience nahi. We have to make more content. I can make content every single day, you know, and then I believe in working more. And I always think in my head that यहाँ तक पहुँच गए, थोड़ा आगे भी जाएंगे. you know. But then, like I said, you know, I don't want a person in my life. So basically, let me clear the funda of manager. A manager should be a person who's already well connected and more connected than you. It cannot be a person who is lesser connected than you. Because if you have a person who is lesser connected than you, he's not going to take you anywhere. Do you copy that? Like, he has
somewhere I don't agree to it. Like it, but yeah, continue. Please continue.
Yeah. So my point is, the point is, even he will grow with you if he's not even if he's not bigger as other people. But then my point is, if you want to make it quickly, you need a right manager, right? And this goes for people who go to gym also. You need a right trainer. There are so many people who can train with you. Your friend can train with you also. But then if you have a good trainer, you will do the, you know, you will make the benefits, or you will take the benefits out of the thing quickly and quicker.
Yeah.
And less people will fool you because you are with the right person.
Of course. You know? Yeah.
It's not difficult to make good music, but it's difficult to market the good music. And for that, you need a very important person who knows more people than you. Definitely.
Of course.
So I think you know, right people are making it. I don't need to give much of the gyan about it. But then यार ये है कि देखो जब भी नए artists आएंगे ना, whenever you will deal with new artists, they will new artists or young artists, they will be a little arrogant. This comes with the profession, and you can't help it. So it's fine. And with age, you get wiser, which is also fine with that. So with all due respect, the new ones, please keep doing your thing. If you want to disrespect people, please disrespect. I can't stop you from doing it. But then,
yeah,
if you're a good guy, you're a good guy, and
it's okay to disrespect some people. It's okay if they don't resonate.
If you ask rapper Maddy, I disrespected a couple of people in my life, right? And if I take the name, it's going to be a buzz in the town, right? If I say that on the... But then my point is, today, at this point of time, if I remember and recall that thing, I am not a single iota of... I don't have any regret of, like, even an iota of regret for those people, because those people deserved it. And that's why in the first place, I disrespected them. But disrespecting like this, कि भाई अगर मैं किसी को बोलूं कि भाई अपना सामान हटा ले तो मैं अपने मैनेजर को बुला रहा हूँ, ये तो बहुत ही ज्यादा हद है. ये तो बहुत ही ज्यादा है.
वही तो. और छोटा सा बच्चा, bro, you're not even allowed to enter the club. You just signed in the lineup. That's why you're here.
This is what the problem is. There are a lot of people who are just wanting to become artists because they want to get girls, and then they ruin the shit for everybody, you know, because it's all about music. And then, you know, even in the music scene, there are, in every genre, there are musicians who are way good than anybody else. They are way bad than anybody else. And then there are middle ones who have no idea why they're there. Their mom, dad are really making good money, and they're just there because I'm like a DJ. Watch. Okay. I don't know what
that's the worst place to be. Mediocre. Either you be really shit or either you be good at it. Mediocrity, I don't know.
So if you choose it, you gotta be good at it. Period.
Yeah.
Right? Or you don't mess around with other people, you know. Don't, you know why? This is what the problem is. So the people are not bad. Mediocre people or mediocre musicians or mediocre, whatever you want to call them. If I'm saying it, sorry if somebody considers them mediocre, it's your problem. It's not my problem. So how you understand and perceive, that's your call. But then my point is, I'm saying people who are from this particular kind of background, they go for free gigs and free stuff and free God knows what shit. And because of that, the artist manager thinks that, okay, these people are fools. We should not give anybody to anything. They compare you. अरे उसने तो कुछ नहीं लिया था, तो आप कैसे ले रहे हो? Right? Like, imagine the guy who has seen me growing and seen me performing at Elevate, coming up to me and asking me, अच्छा तू करता क्या है? अच्छा बावले तू देख के मुझे बड़ा हुआ है. तुझे पता नहीं मैं क्या करता हूँ. मतलब this is like ridiculous कि मैं अब क्या बताऊँ इसमें? Right? So in my head, I planned his funeral. That's a different thing. But then I'm like, okay, fine. If you don't know it, don't know it. You know? So now I take it like, okay, fine. I got to do my thing. I can't be unfocused now. Right? But then there are people like that. Yeah. And then you can't help it also because at one point of time, there was no Facebook, no nothing. Yeah. तो कोई है ही नहीं. वो मेरे पास फोटोज पड़ी हुई. आज भी मेरे इंस्टाग्राम, आप भी मेरे फेसबुक पे जाओगे तो वहाँ पे प्रॉपर है सेलेब्स इन माय लाइफ, एक फोल्डर पड़ा हुआ है प्रॉपर. राइट? उसमें कौन सा सेलिब्रिटी नहीं जिसके साथ मेरी फोटो है. और ये नहीं कि स्टेज के बगैर कहीं भाग के दौड़ के फोटो खिंचवाई. ऑन स्टेज. यू अंडरस्टैंड? यू विल गेट टू नो कि किसने दरवाजे पे खड़े होकर फोटो खिंचवाई और किसने कहाँ पे फोटो खिंचवाई, कितने रिलैक्स मोड में वो फोटो. Do you understand? So this is what the difference is. People are in the profession right now just because they want to have pictures with such big artists or such big artists. They're not there because they want to perform with them or they want to do something good, you know. And
That
at
will
the same
fade
point
away
of time,
anyway. Like, yeah.
yeah. And at the same
Universe
point of
has a
time,
way of letting you know if it belongs to you or not.
yeah, at the same point of time, respect to all the people who are still making it out. But then my point is, जो लोग ये free gigs कर रहे हैं ना भाई, उनकी वजह से बहुत market खराब हुई है. And I am going to say this again. Very bad thing to say, but then I'm saying. There was a time when I used to work at Elevate and everybody used to call me because they wanted to enter the club and they used to be there at 10 o'clock. Today, there are organizers. They're calling organizers. They're not calling me. So I was one of the important person and the DJ of the club is the most important person. And if nobody is calling him because he's playing music, then what's the whole point of calling me? Do you understand? You can just play a stereo over there and let the stereo run, you know, and people could dance and go back home. Right?
Yeah.
But then why do I used to like DJ Gaurav Madan? Because what he used to play is massive. He used to, he introduced Ableton Live and, you know, suddenly Gana baj raha hoga. You know, like he used to do these samples and sampling. When people were not knowing what is MIDI 360 or whatever, APC 840 or APC 240, they were not knowing. And he used to play this at a long time back, you know, at Agni. Imagine that.
There's a whistle sound that's coming about.
Yeah, so I'm just saying he was playing at APC 240 and 280 and whatever you call that things, MIDI players and stuff. He was doing it like 10 years back again, you know. So my point is there were very good DJs and nobody till date plays like him. I'm not joking. You gotta listen to this guy, DJ Gaurav Madan. He's all analog, or let's say a little bit digital, but then what he creates out of that music is uncomparable.
Yeah, I've seen his video on Facebook, Instagram, again.
Yeah, I mean, that is like a lit guy. Nobody else is doing that. And nobody is talking about him. Like, he obviously he's doing gigs, which is true, but then he should be talked more because he's bringing something absolutely futuristic to the table. And he's good at it. Plus, I'm not joking. Like, he's really good at it. You go to all these places where they play underground music and stuff. These guys are using those MIDI controllers and all that stuff. But they're still not good at it. This guy kills it. अचानक से लड़की की चीखने की आवाज आएगी गाने के बीच में, you're like, ये कब था गाने में? And your head will blow out of your head. You know, I'm just saying, like that. And you know, I used to rap on those beats. Imagine that. Half an hour I used to have at Agni. Every Monday night, Eldo Jacob used to be the master, and I used to get for half an hour on the mic. DJ Yogi, who you call right now, was a promoter at that time. Okay. And I used to rap and Gaurav Madan used to play. Dude, people used to come from fucking San Francisco to hear me out. Right? So I've lived that life where I was doing my thing, you know. And that's why I need not to prove it to somebody that what I have done in my life or not. But at the same point of time, what I'm talking to you right now and what I really want to say out to people, if you want to make it big, you need to have right people around. That's about it. There are good people and bad people every time, everywhere. But the thing which you could do right is you could find the right people. And that's what takes more time. You know?
Of course. And the thing that you said about the artist manager and the thing that we were talking about before, it happens in startups as well. Like, say there's a guy from IIT who's building stuff. He's a techie. And he doesn't know how to sell stuff. So he, you know, collaborates with an MBA guy who knows business, how to like sell this thing or whatever. So I feel it's the same with the artist also. If you create something, go up
but
to
then
business.
With the artist thing, what happens, no bro? There's no paper to it. When you start a startup, you will at least have a resume. Right? Which will talk about how many companies you have worked for or you haven't worked for.
So even as a new MBA guy, like say you have been in the music industry for say like.
Let me conclude. With CV, with resume, curriculum vitae, you will at least know that what kind of aptitude this person keeps. Aptitude and attitude, right? But with the music thing, you don't know. You know? A guy could ditch you like in the middle of the thing. Right? दुनिया के दोस्त गायब होते हैं, यहाँ प्रोड्यूसर गायब हो जाते हैं भाई, गाने पे गारंटी देके पैसे लगाऊंगा. क्या बात कर रहा है तू भाई?
Of course, experience है मेरे को भी ऐसे. तो 11वीं में मैं भी रैप करता था bro. So there's
my time got wasted because I used to perform in clubs, and then thousands of these people haven't paid my money. You have no idea how 7 lakh, 8 lakh rupees is out in the market.
Yeah.
Those people like, अब तो club बंद हो गया, मैं क्या करूं भाई? But मेरे तो पैसे थे ना भाई, 7-8 लाख रुपए अटके हुए वहां पे, वो आज तक नहीं आए, ठीक है? और उनको बड़ा दुख लग जाता है अगर मैं ये बात बोल दूं, तो उन्हें बुरा लगता है ये बात कि मैं अगर कैसे बोल दिया मैंने ये बात. भाई तुमने किया इसलिए बोला. If you don't like it, do it, complete it, give me my money, bro. I was there. I have pictures over there. You posted my picture on posters of yours. Give me my money, man. You understand?
Yeah.
But then, this is what I'm saying. So, a lot of people, and then, these are things. No matter how good you are, these middlemen, whosoever you want to call them, these middlemen, they'll come like, अरे यार लोग नहीं थे तो तेरे पैसे नहीं, आज दारू नहीं बिकी तो आर्टिस्ट के पैसे नहीं, आज क्लब का ओनर नहीं आया तो तेरे पैसे नहीं. मतलब ये सब कुछ आर्टिस्ट के ऊपर ही गिरता रहेगा. अब जो भी बहुत टैलेंटेड आर्टिस्ट होगा वो 10-12 बार ये करेगा, उसके बाद बोलेगा भैया हाथ जुड़वा ले, मेरे से नहीं होगा. और सबसे ऊपर सबसे एपिक ये होता है कि यार आपने तो अच्छा गाया ही नहीं. ओ भाई मैं कोई सोनू निगम है, और तू कोई वो है, क्या कहते हैं, तू कोई क्या कहते हैं, इलही राजा है तू, इलही राजा है तू, है ए आर रहमान का गुरुजी है तू.
रोटी चाहिए मुझे तेरे घर में, रोटी चाहिए.
अच्छा, एंड देन यू विल हैव योर शो रील. आपने अपना कैमरामैन बुला रखा है, शो रील है उसमें, ठीक है, उसमें दिख रहा है कि लोग नाच रहे हैं. And then the guy after 7 days calls up and God knows does what meeting and says, अरे यार लोग तो नाच रहे थे. मैंने कहा शो रील है मेरे पास 1.5 घंटे की, जिसमें लोग नाच रहे हैं. ये वहां क्या, do you understand? So these are very petty things which I'm telling you, but this happens to a big artist too.
Yeah, it still happens to a lot of people.
It still happens because they want to see. This is what I'm saying. Again, this is what I'm saying. There are some people who will put you so much down that you will ultimately leave it. And you need to clean the industry before. Nobody out there in the market is like, यार मैं इसके बारे में बात नहीं करूंगा, मैं कुछ बताऊंगा नहीं. I think you should go out and talk about these people. If they're not giving you money, everybody should know about it.
But it gets toxic also, no? Like if you...
Yeah. In Mumbai, it doesn't happen. If you're a wrong guy, they blacklist you. They have their union. Mumbai has DJ association, Auto Wala ka association. Bhai, every association is there. But in Delhi, everything is running in their own direction.
दूध वाला डेयरी वाला सीन है ना कि खुद की गाय उगाई और खुद ही दूध बेच रहे हैं.
बस वही. So I'm saying Delhi people are like, बॉम्बे में हिप हॉप आया, नाचने का पैसा लेगा क्या? ऐसा नहीं था वैसा लेगा क्या? भाई ये चीज, ये लाइन, आई एम नॉट जोकिंग, ये लाइन आज से 10 साल पहले कोई माइक पे बोल रहा था. डीजे पेड्रो था उस समय, ही इज नॉट अलाइव एनीमोर. डीजे पेड्रो वाज देयर, देयर वाज सम बॉम्बे गाय हु वाज डूइंग दिस, and he was rapping in their
Pedro
own
from Sake from Delhi.
Yeah.
He used to play with Satwa K.
I don't know, Dunesh के साथ होता था, Dunesh Jain के साथ.
He used to be fat and bald, no?
Yeah. So DJ, yeah. So DJ Pedro was there,
bro.
Okay, so again, so there was this rapper who was there and who was from Mumbai. He did that thing and he was doing his in his own language and did the same line, and that's why I resonate with that line. नाचने का पैसा लेगा क्या? Hey, ऐसा नहीं तो वैसा लेगा क्या? There were people who were doing this. Getting back to the point, there are people who will put you down, and there are people who have done so much for the industry and so much for hip hop, you can't even know.
Yeah.
So, and talking about DJ Pedro, one of the finest beat maker at one point of time, I was like, damn, this guy is like ninth wonder, but then he's no more. So my only point to everybody who's listening,
I'll talk to you about this after the podcast.
Yeah, sure. It's been so long. All you could do is you could just pray for him from your heart. That's about it.
Of course.
But then anyway.
Yeah. No, I did like music together. Like my friend, I was back. This is when I was in 11. So I used to rap and so I went to a studio in Gurgaon, I remember. So yeah, that's how I know him.
Yeah, so this is how it is, man. This is how it is. So imagine like you're remembering things 9 years back. I'm remembering things 15 years back. So obviously everything was there. And people coming up and saying कि मुंबई से आया हिप हॉप है, मुंबई से नहीं आया भाई, दिल्ली गलियों से आया. दिल्ली में जो हिप हॉप चल रहा था ना, आप सोच भी नहीं सकते इस टाइम से. ठीक है ना? तो वो चीज है. But then that's how it is. And but then big shout out to everybody who is doing good right now. Divine, Emily, Bantai, these people are massive, man. People are massive. These people are way bigger than anybody else. They have shown labels. They have shown labels. Boss, you need to bow down to us.
Of course.
which is, I think if I was in that position, if you go and check out my YouTube channel, I made it in 2003
Mm.
or 2004 somewhere, right? Imagine if I was consistent with it. Imagine if I would have got right people with it. My channel would have been like Carrie Minati.
Mm.
You know?
Mm. Of course.
So, what do you get out of this whole conversation of so long? You know, get the right people. Do your thing with consistency. It's fine if you're not getting views and likes. You will eventually.
Mm.
Okay, that's about it.
Main thing is to actually, like, when you're good at it, be it DJing, be it rapping, or be like a singer songwriter, you need to have an artist or like someone who knows business, or who's like who knows how to sell stuff,
Yeah, that's
who
true.
can go
That's
up to
true.
people, say hi and introduce you. So be it like if he knows more than you, knows less than you, younger, elder, doesn't matter, but he has to like know business. He should know how to talk to people.
Absolutely. I agree to that with all my heart. And also, one more thing I say,
Yeah.
you need a person who is knowing more than you, because he can keep a control on,
Of
he can
course,
keep a
that's an
leash.
ideal situation for sure.
He can keep a leash on you also, where you are
Hmm.
going wrong and where you're
Yeah.
going right.
Yeah.
He can also tell you, boss, listen, you're doing this wrong. You should not talk to this person like this,
Hmm.
you know?
Yeah.
Or you shouldn't at all talk. Like, for example, that guy who said that to you, कि भाई मैं अपने manager को बुलाता हूँ.
Hmm.
If he wouldn't have replied to you also,
And this was not me. This was my friend who was going to play after.
no, I'm just saying, if
Yeah.
he wouldn't have replied to you at all,
Hmm.
you'll still have at least respect for him,
Yeah.
right? But what he said out of it, you will never gain that respect back for it. You understand? So that's where the whole scene changes, and this goes out to everybody who's listening to me right now. Guys, keep making good music, keep making your stuff, but collaborate more. India has
Hmm.
so many artists in their own localities, own places. Don't fight with egos and stuff. Go out there, check their stuff out. And वो YouTube पे आजकल चला हुआ ना यार, क्या वो मोदी जी ने नया डायलॉग बोला था? I know you don't like him, but then I'm going to say this. He said there are some people who are
How do you
agenda-wadi.
like him?
I'm just saying, people have different
By-
perceptions. People have different perceptions, bro. Everybody has their own view. So
Yeah,
my
yeah.
only point is was, उन्होंने एक word use किया था. उन्होंने बोला था कि आज आंदोलन जीवी, एजेंडावादी, इस तरीके के लोग. Everybody is like, trying to put somebody down.
Hmm.
यार उसने ऐसा नहीं किया, अर्पित ने ऐसा नहीं किया, उसने ऐसा नहीं किया, मैडी ने ऐसा नहीं. भाई हमेशा यही बात नहीं करो ना. It's very easy to be critic. It's very easy to be critic. But call any music director friend of yours, okay, and play any गाना of Bollywood, and then your music director friend would say, अरे इसमें कौन सी बड़ी बात है, तो मैं ऐसे बना दूंगा, पर बनाया नहीं ना भाई. वही उसी तरीके से कोई रैपर को बुलाओ, वो बोलेगा इसमें कौन सी बड़ी बात है, तो मैं भी कह सकता, पर तूने बनाया नहीं ना भाई. तो जब तक तूने बनाया नहीं तब तक तू बोलेगा नहीं उस चीज के बारे में. और उसी तरीके से मैं एजेंडावादी वाली बात कर देता हूँ कि बॉस लिसन, इट्स वेरी इजी टू से समथिंग बैड अबाउट समबडी, राइट, बट इट्स वेरी डिफिकल्ट टू क्रिएट. So goes out to everybody, भाई critic बनना बंद करो, make your own stuff, collaborate more. I met this guy. Let me just share this last incident, and then I'm going to go off and we're going to shut this video out.
Yeah? Why so
Yeah.
soon, bro?
Because I got to go.
It's not even started yet, probably. Yeah, but quickly.
It's 1 hour, bro. What are you talking? Okay, so
Yeah.
I took you to nostalgia, so you're loving it by anyway. So
Yeah.
I'm saying, so I met this new guy, and I went to him, and he's a music director. Good work. And I said, you have made this song, and the singer of the song tagged me. So I reposted it. I said, I've got a really cool rap which I've written for it, or I've written before, I think, which will match to it. And this is the song only. This was a remake of a song. I said, let me give you that vocal, and in return, you make some music for me. Fair enough. I went to that place. The guy, listen how this mentality of cheapness is working. Think about it. This guy has seen that I have a blue tick verified account. This guy has seen that his person is tagging me and I'm reposting. This guy sees I have much more likes than him or followers than him. Yeah. This guy sees how many things I have. You know what he's like? Let me see your vibe. Oh यार तूने मेरे साथ vibe के साथ क्या करना है? मैं तो आ ही गया ना तेरे पास, तेरे स्टूडियो पे आ ही गया मैं. You do your thing, I do my thing. Let's see what we can create together. Yeah. That will be the vibe. Do you understand? If I meet, for example, if two guitarists meet each other, they just play difficult chords so that other person like, oh, you played half note, oh, you played this, or you played this, and then they get vibe with each other. You understand? Yeah, that's how musicians vibe. I don't know your shit. You don't know my shit. You can't vibe with me. So this guy, who is half my age, is like, kuch suna. मगर कुछ सुनाओ. I still played dumb, you know. This I'm telling you. I still played dumb. I still did my thing. I recorded the thing. I did the acapella. Came back. 1 month later, nothing. Okay. So I asked him what happened. So all these bahanas are coming from every different direction. कि यार उसको ये हो गया, उसको वो हो गया, उसको. मैं कहा, bro, come up and say that you need money. Then we'll figure out what we have to say. Why am I putting this to you? This kind of attitude will get all the artists into problems because they will live there in their own bubble. You never know, tomorrow I can become big and Arpit can become big and somebody else can become big. You collaborate more, man.
और स्पेशली इन द हिप हॉप सीन ये 10 तो लोग हैं जो पैसे कमा रहे हैं हिप हॉप से, उसमें क्या झगड़ा करना है एक दूसरे से.
नहीं, झगड़े की तो बात ही नहीं है भाई. झगड़ा, we are not gangsters. Let me just break it down to everybody. Whosoever is talking about Desi hip hop, we are not gangsters, okay? First of all. We're not OGs. We don't have West Side, East Coast, West Coast. We don't have shit like that. We don't have ciphers. You can pretend to have ciphers like them. Nobody's giving a flying F to it. Okay? You're still doing ciphers going out there. You do it for yourself. It's good for practice. Why not? But try and understand. If you go and play classical music in New York, it will have little less listeners.
Yes.
If you play hip hop in India, it will have little less listeners. Ultimately, who used to say, Badshah used to say, Raftar used to say, and Ikka used to say, no, we will be Desi hip hop. We will hip hop. And then they are in Bollywood.
Yeah.
Who's left out? Me.
Who do you like more? Like as in India, as a rapper, who do you like?
Who do I like? Oh, hell,
skill wise, flow wise, Divine.
Any day Divine. Any day Divine. Because, you know, this guy is chilled out. When he's like 50 Cent. Goes in the mic, does his thing, doesn't shout and stuff. And on the contrary, Eminem is absolutely like Eminem. You know, he's shouting and he's not on the wordsmithing. Okay, not on the wordsmithing. He's not good at wordsmithing. He's just saying some random stuff, which is okay. But he's not Eminem. On the wordsmithing, he's not good. But then he has expressions like Eminem. And then you have... so a lot of people, man. A lot of people doing that.
What resonates with you more, the story or the cadence and flow?
I think it has to be cadence and flow, man. Absolutely. Yeah. And if you have cadence and flow, then you get the right lyrics. Oh my God, that's like a bouquet, like a beautiful bouquet, you know. Like so, a lot of people doing their own thing, and you know. But then these boys, I'm taking their name not because they're on the top. I'm taking their name because I know they were really low. They started from the bottom, like they're not a joke. And then their fate is so good that they were at the right place, right time, right. They made it in a gully. Right?
So tell me about your journey with the reality TV shows. How has that helped you in any way? Roadies and splits.
I don't think it just kind of diverted me from my thing for a long time. It didn't give much of a mileage to me because they when I started getting on TV, they had a cliche thing in their mind कि यार मुस्लिम लड़का होगा तो ऐसा दिखेगा, रैपर होगा तो ऐसा दिखेगा.
Elaborate a little more. ऐसा दिखेगा
मतलब they had a cliche looks कि मतलब रैपर होगा तो टेढ़ी कैप पहन के आएगा. तो कितने तो मैंने मार दिए और फिर कई बार जो हाँ भी करें तो वहां पे जाके वो बोल रहे कि नहीं तो ऐसे ही दिखना चाहिए. तो हमेशा वो रहा सिचुएशन, you know. So मतलब बहुत मुश्किल हुई मुझे ये दिखाने के लिए कि भाई एक रैपर अपने हिसाब से कपड़े पहन सकता है, जो उसका मन करेगा धोती पहनने का वो धोती पहन सकता है. तो ये वाला प्रॉब्लम है. Like even today, like let me give you an example what I'm saying. You will listen to some Pune का rapper और Puneri rapper और Marathi rapper like hey guys what's up, and suddenly they will kasa hai bao. They will come into that. So why that English thing? That is what I'm saying. There's a merger to the rap in India. India में pizza भी ना chicken चंगेजी pizza आता है या Indi तंदूरी pizza आता है.
Of course.
Yeah.
That's how you like it.
And it's not Indian. Yeah. So my point is you can Indianize it, but you can't make it Indian.
Is anyone in your family a musician, bro? How did you get introduced to music?
I didn't get introduced to music. I was listening music. I thought I could do it. I started doing it, and you know, I kind of did. I'm a doer. Okay, I'm a doer.
Who introduced you to hip hop, as
Oh, I was working in the club, bro.
No,
What are
no,
you talking
before
about?
that, like the first time when you got
Oh, yeah,
introduced
yeah.
to
I
it.
used to write poems in my school, and then there was this great guy called Praveen who was a northeastern guy, and he used to be with me. He used to chill out with me. We used to play football together. And
Yeah.
he said, if you could say the poem in a way of rhythm, it will be sounding like a rap. I said, what is rap? Okay, this is how it is rap. This is Tupac. This is Shakur, and this is Tupac Shakur. This is Biggie. And then the whole thing started, and then I'm like, okay, so this is how it happened, and.
This was in school, right?
Oh, hell yes.
Same way it happened to me as well.
But then when you guys came into the scene, or let's say when you would have been, there was like a lot of change already by that time, and what thing went wrong, or what thing went absolutely in a different direction was that I went on TV. But then वो भी मुझे वहाँ पे वही दिखाने की कोशिश कर रहे थे जो उनके दिमाग में क्लीशे था. So अगर आप मुझसे पूछोगे कि रैपर मैडी को किसने रियलिटी टीम में रियलिटी में देखा है, you haven't. This is the real me when you realize. Yeah. And this person has to still come on TV. Somebody else has been on TV before, who was looking like me, but not the real me. So that's how. If you put me in a situation, I might react in a different way. Absolutely. Do you understand? Yeah. Everybody has their own zone of reacting and stuff. So yeah, that's what it did not give me at all a mileage. It did not give me anything. But then yes, a lot of people are knowing me. I'm thankful to all the TV shows which I have done. Good way or bad way, people are still recognizing me, and that's a good thing. Yeah. And I hope we make good music, and I've got a couple of more songs to come. So let's see. This year is going to be a blast, and I hope a lot of songs you're going to hear from me.
Yeah. Couple of more questions, and then we'll put this to end. Okay. What do you feel about the diss culture? Does that in the hip hop scene? Do you like that?
I told you, you do whatever, Cypher, Piper,
like personally,
Viper.
Do you? Does that resonate with you?
It's not gonna make a change, Dada. If you wanna listen, music. I have said this before in my raps, and I'm saying it again. Music is not a kingdom to conquer. It's an art to win the heart. Okay, make a good song. Yeah. You don't need to fight with anybody. Make a good song. People will listen to it. You'll get an answer. Men lie, women lie, numbers don't. Right? Simple. You make a good song, thousands of people are listening to it. You don't have to diss anybody. Right?
Yeah.
I'm saying today, even if Divine is not disrespecting anybody, he did not disrespect anybody. एमिवे से भिड़ने वाली थी, उसमें भी नहीं किया उसने कुछ. कोई गाली गलौच नहीं थी, साफ रैप थे बिल्कुल. उसे डिस भी नहीं बोल सकते आप.
But उसके बाद कितना बड़ा हो गया सीन, bro, वो डिस वाले के बाद.
भाई सीन हमेशा से बड़ा था. The only point
it reached to regular people, like people started putting rap music in their playlist.
यार ये सब ना सब प्लान्ड होता है, मत खेल इन चीजों में. मैं बता रहा हूँ, जब MGK और Eminem लड़ाई कर रहे हैं तब इंडिया में डिस कल्चर आना शुरू हो गया. ये सब प्लान्ड होता है भाई, ये सब प्लान्ड होता है. मतलब एग्जैक्टली एट द सेम पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम दे आर डूइंग इट. MGK और Eminem लड़ रहे हैं और इंडिया में वो दूसरों की वो चल रही है एट द सेम पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम. आर यू गाइस किडिंग मी ब्रो? इतनी कॉपी कर करके हद मार दी है कि मतलब हमारे रैपर्स भी कॉपी हैं सारे के सारे यार.
वहीं से तो आई है
बस. तो फिर बात ही खत्म. और क्यों डिवाइन पसंद है या क्यों एमिवे पसंद है? इसीलिए क्योंकि वो बिल्कुल असली चीज कर रहे हैं यार. दे चोज टू नॉट फाइट अहेड बिकॉज दे रियलाइज कि इससे कुछ नहीं होएगा भाई. You understand? If you get people who are fighters and liking you because you're disrespecting somebody, those are your followers. For that, to keep them with you, you will have to disrespect continuously to everybody.
That's a hectic game, though.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But if you have people who are following you just because of your music, they will follow you for your music. So I don't care if I'm getting lesser likes on my Instagram today or lesser like on my YouTube today because I'm changing the way of my content. It's fine.
Yeah.
I will eventually... But I'm gonna make good music. That's my whole goal, right?
Plans क्या है वैसे अभी music को लेकर?
Plans क्या है? ऐसा कुछ
Plans नहीं, plan. What are your future plans for अभी music
release? So there are 6 new musical compositions, and then there are 6 new raps which are absolutely massive, and you'll love them. It has some of the old history. It has some of the new history. Because I am possibly the kind of guy. Okay, if you ask me one rapper, what would I be today? So the one rapper I would be today would be Eminem. But what exactly I am living like is what is Jay-Z. Well, I'll tell you why. Because Jay-Z was the only bridging person between West Coast and East Coast. I knew people from the East Delhi. I knew people from the North Delhi, I knew people from West Delhi, and I knew people from the South Delhi who used to rap. You understand?
Yeah.
And I was meeting all of them. You understand?
Hmm.
But then at the same point of time, my music is going to give them a lot of history and a lot of things, a lot of a sneak peek what was happening behind when there was no Honey Singh, no Bohemia. I'm going to talk about those things. And that's going to be so good for people कि होता क्या था actually भाई क्या उस टाइम पे साइफर होते थे हाँ होते थे उस टाइम पे रैप बैटल्स होते थे हाँ होते थे सब कुछ होता था भाई रफ्तार खलीफा को मारने की धमकी दे रहा है ऐसे बोल रहा है सब कर रहा है ये भी चलता था भाई सब चलता था सब बच्चे थे सब यही कर रहे थे भाई तो किसी को अभी कोई मतलब बुरा मान के बैठ जाए ना किसी मेरी बात पे कहे हुए तो बुरा मानने की बात नहीं बिकॉज एवरीबडी स्ट्रगल्ड एंड एवरीबडी ग्रू फ्रॉम सम वे यू नो सो इट्स फाइन सबने ऑर्गेनाइजिंग करी है सब लोगों ने नाचा गाया है खूब करा है सब काम यार मतलब तब था ही नहीं कुछ उस टाइम पे इम्प्रेस करने की गेम थी सारी की सारी यार अब तो बहुत अलग चीज है तो अब तो यू कैन गो एंड यू नो शो योर रैप स्किल्स एंड पीपल विल लाइक वाह पहले इंग्लिश बोलते थे माइक पे थोड़ी लंबी देर तक तो लगता था वो क्या बात है रैप करके इसने यू अंडरस्टैंड तो या डिस्टिंग कल्चर के लिए जो लास्ट लाइन है वो ये कि भाई डिस्टिंग से तुम्हारा कोई फायदा नहीं होगा साइफर से कोई फायदा नहीं होगा जितना टाइम तुम वहां जाके खड़े होकर वेस्ट कर रहे हो 10 लोगों का ग्रुप बनाओ अपना उनसे बोलो भाई 100 रुपए लगाओ 1000 रुपए की रिकॉर्डिंग करो 1 घंटे में गाना तैयार करके लेके जाओ बीट निकालो और शुरू करो दिस अबाउट इट डिसरिस्पेक्ट करके किसी का कोई फायदा नहीं होना किसी को गिरा के कभी उठता नहीं है बंदा नीचे ही गिरता है आगे बताओ
म्यूजिक के अलावा और क्या क्या करते हो आप
भाई म्यूजिक के अलावा ये यार वही आजकल तो थोड़े से एप्स आए हुए हैं तो उस पर हम लाइव हो जाते हैं थोड़ा दिखते हैं उस पर माय मैनेजर हैड अ वेरी गुड वे ऑफ सेइंग द थिंग्स ही सेड वेयर वुड यू लाइक टू परफॉर्म यू वुड लाइक टू परफॉर्म एट अ प्लेस वेयर पीपल आर देयर और नॉट देयर तो मैंने बोला जहाँ है तो उन्होंने बोला ये एप्स पे इतने लोग हैं तो तुम क्यों नहीं जा रहे हो मतलब तुम्हारा तो काम ही यही है ना तो अगर तुम घर पे ये बोल रहे हो कि यार बड़ा क्रिंज कंटेंट है ये हुआ तो भाई तुम जाके अच्छा कंटेंट बना लो भाई there was a fight between TikTok and YouTube. मैंने कहा यार ये TikTok और YouTube में एक ही फर्क है TikTok वाले बैक बेंचर्स हैं YouTube वाले फ्रंट बेंचर्स हैं जिनको बहुत अच्छी तरीके से काम आता है वो अपनी रिसर्च करके YouTube पे बता देते हैं जिनको छोटा काम आता है जिनके पास कंटेंट नहीं वो छोटा बना लेते हैं बात एक ही है वहां फिर आके ठीक है और इतनी लड़ाइयां कर रहे हैं पता नहीं आपस में मैंने वही बता रहा हूँ ना एजेंडावादी हो गए भाई सबको एक दूसरे लड़ना बेमतलब के अर्पित ने मुझे चश्मा पहन के कैसे देख लिया लेट्स फाइट अगर मैं चश्मा पहनूंगा तो अर्पित क्यों चश्मा पहन रहा है लेट्स फाइट यू नो मुझे कोई एजेंडा मिलना चाहिए मोदी जी ये काम नहीं कर पाए वो नहीं कर अरे भाई तुम कर लो भाई जाके एज सिंपल एज दैट अरे यार सचिन को खेलना नहीं आया अरे यार शोएब अख्तर को बॉलिंग करनी नहीं आई ये आज से नहीं हो रही होता ही आ रहा है और जो हमारी नेक्स्ट जनरेशन आ रही है उनमें बहुत ज्यादा है ठीक है ना यार तुम्हें ये नहीं करना भाई लिसन इफ यू वांट समथिंग टू चेंज योरसेल्फ पीरियड दैट्स हाउ द चेंज कम्स ranting giving frustrating bhashan and all that it's not going to change if you have something better come up with that do you know why Rahul Gandhi is not appreciated right now or any other party is not appreciated because they're not talking the right thing if they have a better contender people will talk about them let me give you an example what I'm saying Conor McGregor as a fighter MMA fighter Conor McGregor and Khabib everybody was like undisputed champion and one day Khabib came and destroyed everything
and that too very beautifully
so whosoever you support left or right get a better contender period that's about it it's not about what ideology you support okay it's not about who you want to support at the end of the day the first thing is humanity the first thing is how far we are going how quickly we are going every team has some lacking to it every band has some person who is not good at the thing but he's there just because everybody likes him every musician has some drawback every person has some drawback so it's fine bro it's fine abhi Indian people are like yaar ye sahi nahi ho raha wo sahi nahi ho raha bhai have you ever played in a team I'll tell you what happens in a team. If you have a stupid captain, you have to follow him. That's how it happens. Till the time you get a chance to become the captain.
Of course.
If you keep cribbing about the last captain you had, you'll become like him only.
That's true.
So make yourself more powerful. Rather than saying yaar ye nahi ho raha, wo nahi ho raha, get into the right way. Write a letter to the Prime Minister. He reads it. There are people who read them. There are people who read them, So there is a way of doing it,
Yeah.
So many news channels talking about so many things. What the right things are not going out. Nobody is talking about good rappers. Nobody is talking about good music, good musicians. क्या पहले ही थे क्या वो? मिले सुर मेरा तुम्हारा उसी टाइम पे थे क्या musicians? आज क्यों नहीं बात कर रहा कोई क्लासिकल म्यूजिक के बारे में? I still love classical music. There are people who are making वो गाना नहीं है चले आ जाना मेरे मोटे ते बंदूक वे. It's a folk song. रैकस्टार ने उसके ऊपर रैप किया, बादशाह ने उसे बनाया. कहाँ है वो म्यूजिशियंस? उनके बारे में क्यों बात नहीं करता कोई? Because we just want to talk about what we want to talk about. मेरे लिए एजेंडा है, तेरे लिए एजेंडा नहीं है, you know. So at the end of the day, with that being said, just make yourself better. Sharpen the axe rather than just, you know, thinking about let me find a tree which is easy to break or easy to cut. You know, sharpen the axe.
Beautiful. Thank you for this, buddy. Thank you for your time. I will see you soon.
Anytime, brother, anytime. It was a pleasure talking to you. I hope to see you soon.
Yeah, see you soon.
All right, man.
Bye. Take care.